Alright, I started out in a good spot. Now keeping in mind this is a PvP game, you might want to play on a PvE server to get the basics down first. So I want to stay out of sight here. I could get killed at any moment. Now if you hit tab it will... oh, or maybe not. Oh, I remapped it to Q. You'll see your inventory. Start with a rock, which is all you have to start out with for gathering and hurting things. You have a bandage, which will heal you a little bit and stop bleeding. And a torch, which will give you light at night. You want to search boxes in towns and you'll get useful items such as ammo and flares. I started right by the hangar, which is a very useful spot for looting and scavenging up some goods. It's also a popular spot to get shot, since there's other players also looking to loot. I'm just going to do a quick run through and see what I can loot out of these buildings. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get a weapon or something early on. Killing zombies and looting buildings are the best way to get loot in this game. Oh, and of course, killing other players. See, there we go, I got lucky and I got some food. You can see it's very alpha. We have trees that are going through buildings right now. Gonna eat some of this food while I've got it. As you can see, my guy's cold because I don't have clothing and I'm not near a fire. Here's my health bar here, and here's food. Your health will regen so long as you have food. If you're out of food, your health will start to degen as you starve to death. Down here is radiation. A lot of the civilian zones, not this one luckily, are covered in radiation. And when that gets over 500, you start to lose health fast unless you can get it down somehow. It does go down slowly over time. And there's a radiation gear which will protect you, and rad pills which will reduce it. Some food also reduce it. And what you want to do is take out your rock and start harvesting. Now you can hit a tree, and as you see you'll get 1 wood per hit there. But what you want to do is find a wood pile. Here we go. You see, it's a lot more efficient. Even with a rock, you're getting 7 times as much as from the trees. As you can see, it wants me to use a hatchet. That's the first thing we want to craft because it's way more efficient at killing and harvesting than the rock. Be careful when you're harvesting like this because you're very vulnerable. Although I don't have much to lose since I just started out here on a fresh world. Besides wood, you're going to want to gather ore and stone from, they look like boulders. Those are the 2 basic resources just lying around, wood piles and boulders. Now, unfortunately, it's starting to get dark, so we might not have much time to harvest. Thankfully, we got lucky and we found some food from the ruins. So you see it takes forever to harvest with rocks. Oh, there we go. See this boulder up in front of us? This is actually where you get all of your rocks and metal early on. And you also get sulfur ore, which later on you can turn into sulfur to make gunpowder out of. And of course you can use the gunpowder to make bullets. Now if you hit tab, you go back into your inventory and you'll see there's also crafting. The armor button just makes the armor pop up or not. And the first thing you're going to want to craft is a stone hatchet. We need more stone. Alright, let's go find some stone while it's still daylight. I did notice there was a wolf wandering around here somewhere. We'll be in trouble if it comes after us. Here we go. Luckily the area I spawned in is right near some civilian ruins and apparently some resources, so pretty lucky start. It's a bit risky, but what you want to do to find some ruins and stuff early on is walk along this road here. The road goes in a giant circle around the entire map. So if you're ever lost, just look for the road. Alright, what we want to do is craft the stone hatchet. As you can see, crafting is not instant, it takes a while. It takes a very long time for the later structures. And while you're crafting, you can't sprint around. You're walking very slowly, so you're vulnerable. Oh, hatchet's done. And once you have a hatchet, you don't need that rock anymore. Just toss it. It's useless. Hatchet is way better. There we go. Wolf's gonna kill us. Oh, and we died. See, the hatchet, not the greatest weapon in the world. When we respawn, you get nothing except for the basic stuff. But we can go back and find our body if we're close. And luckily, we are very close indeed. Although, our stuff is hidden in here somewhere. See if we can kill the, finish off that wolf with this rock. Oh, we were one hit away from killing it. Now's the tricky part. We gotta find out where our stuff was in the middle of the night before it despawns. Oh dear, this high grass. We might be better off waiting until day. As you can see, this game is pretty merciless. Very unforgiving for when you start out, but later once you get a gun, it's all a lot easier. Alright, I'm going to do some last minute runs through this town here. Maybe we'll get lucky and get something useful. Or we'll find the only player nearby and he'll kill us and take our stuff. Alright, time to find another place to set up camp. Like I said, the game is not fair at all, and you have to have your wits about you at all times. If you see some people running around with guns and you have a rock, you do not have a chance. I need to stay hidden or go somewhere else until you're better prepared to deal with them. Man, lots of wolves out at night. We were very unprepared for night travel. The reason I don't take out my torch is because I don't want to advertise my presence to everyone. And also, as you can see, the torch goes down in durability. It does not last very long. Later on, you can get flashlight attachments for your weapons. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, we're going to try and steer clear of that hangar area. We might go back there later on, though. Oh, that's a nice bug. Or the sky is falling. Maybe we'll get revenge on that guy once we're properly geared up. I think we're just going to have to last the night. So dark. Days and nights last way longer in Rust than they do in Minecraft, that's for sure. The only two aggressive animals you have to worry about are the bears and the wolves. And as you saw earlier, the stone hatchet is not the best weapon to use against them. But once you get a gun, it's very trivial. Or even a bow. If I can't find civilization soon, I probably will craft a bow. Early on, you are going to be wandering a lot. Especially if you're playing with friends, because you're going to want to meet up. And the respawn is very random. Which is a good thing too, as it means it's not being camped. Now I picked this server completely random, PvP server. Like I said earlier, you might want to start on a PvE server to get the basics going so you don't get too frustrated with trying to learn the game and getting shot at by people with guns. Alright, I'm dying of hunger. I think we are getting closer to civilization now. Which also means other players. So hopefully we'll find some food and decent gear sooner than later. Assuming I survive that long. Now if you're playing with a buddy and you're dying of starvation, what you can do is set up a campfire and light it, and your hunger will go down a lot slower. I'm not sure if it helps when you're starving, but if you're really low on food, it will help a lot. Give some time for your friend to gather some more. Later on I'll team up with a few of my buddies and I'll show you some quality PvP gameplay in this extremely polished, totally not alpha game. Alright, come on piggy. It looks like your reactions are a lot slower when you're starving. Am I really being attacked by a wolf? Ah, just let it end. Get us somewhere closer to civilization. Alright, let's try this one more time. So you take your rock and you immediately get attacked by a wolf again. Then you run into a field of radiation. You see all these zombies and you run like a little bitch. Now what you want to do here is take out your rock and bash their head in like this, and bam, you win the game. Alright, so what you want to do is take out your rock And you notice if you hit a tree, you only get 1 wood. What you want to do is find wood piles lying around.